Hello Internet, and welcome to Merlin's Archery Adventures. Okay, so what we're going to look at today is something very simple, just continuing our Archery 101 series, just looking at simple, more basic bits of archery that if you're new to the sport you might have overlooked or you might not know about yet. But yeah, today we're going to look at brace height. Now brace height is very important, but it's not something that that normally gets taught to beginner archers, but it can make a hell of a lot of difference to the way your bow performs. Now the brace height refers to the gap from the lowest point of that handle here to your string. Now that varies from bow to bow. Flat bows generally have a slightly lower brace height, where a recurve will tend to have a slightly higher brace height. But what you should have when you get your bow is, in the information that you get with your bow, there should be a recommended brace height for your bow. If not, there is a little way you can check to see roughly if you're spot on or not with the brace height. Is if you look at the limb tips here, there's a limb groove that runs right down there. Now what you want to do is you want to fill that limb groove with the string. If you can see lots of grooves still left to be filled, it means you're overbraced. If you can't see any limb groove, then it means you're underbraced. So in order to change your brace height, it's just a case of simply twisting the string. You wind the string in to increase your brace height, you unwind it to lower the brace height. And if you want to know which way to twist it, a good indication, if you get the center serving on your string there, one way it'll feel tighter. If you turn it another way, it'll feel a bit looser. Now what you want to do, you want to twist the string the same direction that serving is getting tighter. So with this bow, I'd be twisting the string to the left to increase the brace height. I'd be twisting it right to decrease the bracing height. But anyway, in order to measure your brace height, you're going to need one of these. Now this is it goes by many names. This is a bracing height gauge, but it's called a bow square or a T-square, depending on where you're from or what you're doing. But yeah, just a simple thing. There's loads of them on the market. They all do exactly the same thing. Now what you do, you get the flat part of your bracing height gauge and drop it into the lowest point of the handle. Then it's just a simple case of reading what number the string comes to. So on this particular bow, I'm after a bracing height of just over 8 inches. So we're looking at just bang on actually, bang on 8.5 inches. So I'd be quite happy with that. I'd shoot it and see how it sounds, but yeah, that's pretty much spot on for that bow. I mean, that's how you read your bracing height. Now, if you do shoot a bow that's underbraced or overbraced, it's not the end of the world. But an underbraced bow, meaning that this is shorter, your bow's going to be a little bit quicker, but it will be noisier, and chances are you are going to slap your wrist a little bit. Where if it's slightly overbraced, you're going to lose a little bit of speed, but it generally might be a little bit more quieter. But it's up to you. You've got to find what fits right for you. Just like all forms of archery, there's so much that's so personal to you, and becoming a good archer is all about finding out what works best for you. So yeah, I hope I've explained bracing height for you, albeit very briefly. But yeah, I hope you've found that useful. Well, you take care, shoot straight, and see you soon. Bye bye.